Glasses of milk for everyone all around afterwards, I think, and you should be milking every moment, and that's what we're going to introduce. Milk Every Moment, a new campaign to help students understand the benefit of milk on their sporting performance. An affordable, natural, versatile and widely available choice after exercise. Milk provides a whole host of nutrients, vitamins and minerals to help fuel your workouts. A great option if you are on a budget.
What's your favourite recipe to make using milk?
Mac and cheese. I was going to go with strawberry milk. Pancakes.
Yeah, nice.
With that in mind, let's talk about milk, and BUCS being proud to promote the Milk Every Moment campaign.
Milk provides high quality protein which helps support muscle growth and repair, and B vitamins to assist with energy release. A glass of milk is great for refueling and repairing those tired muscles after a physical match.
Good morning and welcome back to Ponds Forge International Sports Centre here in the city of Sheffield for the final day of the BUCS Long Course Swimming Championships 24-25. 3 more sessions to come. 1 more set of medalists to be decided. 2 fantastic days so far. Our officials are just making their way to poolside to join our team of volunteers in front of you and behind the scenes. Thank you so much for joining us online. It's been a fun couple of days, hasn't it, so far on the YouTube chat and on the YouTube connection. I know a lot of you have been with us from the very first minute, and you'll be with us to the very last as well. Keep the messages coming in throughout the entire day. This is your last opportunity. A big thank you to our partner Milk Every Moment, proud to support their campaign. Milk, the OG sports drink. You just saw the advert, and they're going to be here once again later on today in the venue as well. They've been giving away free milk and free goodies and chances to win prizes across the first couple of days. Some student representatives manning the milk bar, and we might even see Move It, the Milk Every Moment cow. If you're not joining us at all today, or if you've not been in the venue, you can hit up milkeverymoment.com and find out more about that campaign. So coming up this morning, once again, we have the fastest heats in each event. We're going to kick off with the 200 fly. We have 50-metre freestyle. Arguably the standout event. The 200 breaststroke. We've got 50 back, 400 free. And we have the 4x1 medleys as well. Just a quick test start in the venue. And we'll be underway absolutely bang on time. So one thing to note today, this afternoon, the finals will be at 3:30, not 5 o'clock, as they have been the first couple of days. It lets all of us get home at maybe a reasonable hour this evening, wherever you're heading to. Of course, teams are driving back to Aberdeen and Exeter and Plymouth, and I'm heading down to Sussex. It's a long old way to go for some of us. If you're a Sheffield student, lucky you. Now, I'm just picking up the YouTube page myself in venue, so if you've got messages coming in already, bear with me. But this is heat number 1 of the 200 fly. Sorry, yes, it is heat number 1 of the 200 fly. There'll be 3 heats in the men's event. Not too many entrants you see in these competitions. The 200 fly is an absolute, well, war of attrition, isn't it? If there's one event that I never ever want to have to swim, it's the 200 fly. I'd rather do the 10k open water. But taking part from lane 0, Catherine Boddy for Robert Gordon, Faye Rogers in the S10 for Aberdeen, Oriana Wheelers for Swansea, Lucy Grieve for Stirling, Kiana McInnes for Stirling, Shannon Stott for Sheffield Hallam, Charlotte Johnson for Swansea, Matilda Ransom for Bath and Lara Turner for Northumbria. Now, Kiana McInnes, she's done pretty well on the fly so far this weekend. Gold in the 50 fly and a bronze in the 100 fly. Looking to get a trio of medals on this stroke. Also won a bronze in the 4x100 mixed medley Well, I'm fairly confident she would have done the fly there. Also got Lucy Grieve in this one. She won gold in the 100 fly and bronze in the 50. So McInnes and Grieve, two of the favourites. And you've got Shannon Stott in 5 for Sheffield Hallam. They'll lead us home in our opening heat of the morning. And it will be Kiana McInnes starting the day. She means to go on. She'll have great competition later from Stott and Grieve. I mean, with only a couple of heats qualifying for the final, you're really just deciding who's in what lanes here. 20 entrants. And I'm just hearing we've got a new European record for Faye Rogers in the S10 for Aberdeen. That's absolutely wonderful. European record in the S10, Aberdeen's Faye Rogers, in our first heat of the day. And I believe she can go even quicker. She was a 2:25 there. And her estimated entry is 2:23. So I think in training she's been even smashing it harder than that. Heat number 2. We are going to see Eva Bailey in 0 for Loughborough. Olivia Sheehan for Birmingham in 1. Maisie Elliott for Bath in 2. Lucy Fox for Loughborough in 3. Laura Stevens for Loughborough in 4. Kira Schlossen for Edinburgh in 5. Catherine Healin for Swansea in 6. Evie Belt for Marjon in 7. Katie Baxter for Bath in 8. And Emma Creaney for Aberdeen in 9. Laura Stevens, who is in lane number 4, two-time gold medalist already this weekend. Both of those in the relays, the 4x100 mixed medley and the 4x1 freestyle. And then Kira Schlossen, she is looking to go one better. Silvers in the 50 and the 100 fly. And one incredibly interesting stat, right, for this weekend is that so far Stirling have won 9 gold medals, and all of them have come from their female contingent. It's the expected 2, Stevens and Schlossen. Of course, Lucy Fox up there as well. Not seen much of Lucy Fox this weekend. I don't want to assume we are an only event this weekend. Stevens and Schlossen will go stroke for stroke into the last 5 metres. This is about what lane you're going to be in tonight. They're both going to be in the final. 2:12s, they're split by a tenth. Schlossen over Stevens. And Lucy Fox at 2:13.3. And that is it, just 2 heats. So we'll move on to the boys, where we'll see 3 heats in the 200 metre fly. couple of lanes missing in this one. So we've got no lanes 6 and 7. We do have Jack Pallant in 1, Isaac Dodds in 2, Henrik van der Leest in 3, Ed Mildred in 4, Andrew Bertolli in 5, and then a bit of a jump over to James Dobney in lane number 8. So the big guns in this one. First up, Ed Mildred, gold medalist in the 100 fly and a silver in the 100 free. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Andrew Bertolli looking for his first medal for Sterling, and maybe the first male gold for Sterling. And Henrik van der Leest, silver in the 200 back and bronze in the 100 back. And now, on the fly, and it's going to be Henrik van der Leest, the Bath representative. Master of all strokes, it seems. 2 minutes, 3 seconds, 0.38 before Bertolli and Mildred. Again, down the centre lanes here with just 3 heats qualifying. You'd think all 3 of those guys in the top 3 would be in your medal final. Of course, keep your eye on the BUCS website to find out. Heat number 2. More big names and medal winners from this weekend already. From lane 0, Jad Idris for King's College, Luke Burton for Swansea, Tom Robertson for Edinburgh, Tom Sanson for Loughborough, Josh Gammon for Bath, Patrick Braddock for Swansea, Charlie Broom for Leeds Beckett, Albert Branch for Sheffield Hallam, Rory Young for Glasgow, and Mason Carter for Surrey. Josh Gammon looking for a trio of medals on the fly, gold in the 50, silver in the 100. Also got a bronze. He's got the full collection this week. Bronze in the 4x100 free. No medal so far for Patrick Braddock. Halfway, Gammon, 3 of them under 60 seconds. I was going to say he was the only one. Tom Sanson and Patrick Braddock joined Josh Gammon. They will make their way home for the final 50 in the second heat of 3. And it's Josh Gammon, again looking to add to that tally he's already got. Looking for his 4th and maybe even more through across the course of the day. .204.17. All 3 of those guys are going to be in the final later. I'm talking about the medal final. Of course, there's 2 finals, top 20 spaces available. One more heat to come in the fly.
Third heat of the open male, 200 metres butterfly. And now we'll see Max Litchfield, the favourite, and what he's able to produce in this third heat. Fastest time we've seen so far is still actually from heat one. Onderik van der Leest, the favourite currently, and would go in lane 4. So Josh Gammon waiting to see what lane he gets. Max Litchfield of Loughborough enters on 1:56.89, and the difference between his and Gammon's entry times only a tiny amount, so this could certainly be one of the finals to watch tonight. 27.3 Litchfield goes out in. And you can see he's already well in control of this race, half a body length clear as he comes into the first turn at this end. It'll be underneath the minute mark, 58.47 for Litchfield. Rebotham Keating, 59.11. Less than a second between them still though. And Rebotham Keating keeping well on the toes of Max Litchfield. Rebotham Keating, the silver medalist in this event last year, with Gammon taking gold. And Rebotham Keating is going to push Litchfield all the way into the finish. Here you can see him looking ever so slightly to his right hand side as he realises that Rebotham Keating is going to push this 200 fly all the way into the finish. So we're going to see a very strange final based on these performances in the heats. Rebotham Keating of Loughborough, 2:03.12. So that'll be the fastest time we've seen so far. He'll go in lane 4 of the final tonight. Max Litchfield, 2:04.29. He'll be next to him. So we'll see these two swimmers go head to head in the final. Josh Gammon, the reigning champion, will be in an outside lane in the final. That's definitely going to be one to watch tonight.
Well, thank you to Matt for just taking over very briefly there. And we are now into the 50-metre freestyle. Well, the next 6 heats, 3 for the female, 3 for the open male, will be, of course, the fastest of the weekend. I'll tell you now who's in, because I won't be able to read the map whilst they're swimming. In Heat 12, Amelia Mardell, Caris Roberts, Connie Davies, Yasmin Hammerlane, Laurie Devine, Jemima Hall, Hannah Woodcock, Julia Pavlik, Molly Aspinall and Lola Proctor. Through halfway, 4 down the centre, Hammerlane, Devine, Hall and Woodcock. And right now, 4-2, Devine and Hall in the middle, Edinburgh or Bath. Bath take it 26.45, 2/10 clear of Laurie Devine is Jemima Hall. Hannah Woodcock, my mistake, Swansea. Wow, that was a stretch to the line. Forgive me. Jemima Hall takes the win, but it's Swansea's Hannah Woodcock ahead of Edinburgh's Laura Devine as your top 3. Next up, Charlie Joyce, Hannah Jones, Tallulah Paisley, Paige van der Westhuis, Harriet Rogers, Evie Davis, Josephine Klein, Abigail Crawley, Emma Flannery and Amy West. And again, lane 4, Harriet Rogers for Loughborough this time. Keep your eye on lane 0 as well. Charlie Joyce for Bath going very nicely on the outside. Into the wall, central 2. It is Harriet Rogers over Evie Davies. Third for Josephine Klein of Stirling. And Charlie Joyce of Bath in 0, 27 bang on. Will that be enough to potentially get into the outside lanes of the medal final? We shall wait and see. This is heat 13. So remember, there are 11 more to go this afternoon, or later this morning, I should say. Powell, Peters, Berry, Smith, Fidkovic, Goodburn, Davies, Coursey, Humphrey and Winter. Fidkovic already a gold medalist and a silver this weekend. Silver in the 100 free. Evie Davis got the gold, but she will take the heat by some distance, 25.77 for Fidkovic. Goodburn second, Amy Davies third, Annabelle Smith fourth. And they are the 4 girls, sub-27. Tenths of a second between potentially being in the medal final and being in no final whatsoever. On to the open male competition. Can they throw up? This is heat 13. Chris Verdonk, Bark Emery Parker, Finley Clubb, Bruno Kempster, Calvin Fry, Matt Ward, Liam Dawson, Shaquille Giordani, Ayakov Bondiev and James Dakin. Look at this from the 21-year-old from Loughborough, Calvin Fry. These are all of the 10 of the fastest 30 swimmers, and he's taken them to task. 22.94, wins it by over half a second. Matt Ward and Bruno Kempster for Bath and Edinburgh respectively, behind the Loughborough athlete. Now, that certainly puts a marker down. There are only 4 men left that have gone quicker than 22.94 for their qualifiers. Elwyn Davies, Brogan Hyde, Dylan Urgest, Maddox Roberts, Jordan Cooley, Tom Leggett, Adrian Ting, Caleb Fox-Jones, Kieran Lennox and Finley Strachan. Jordan Cooley having a great week. The peak of the Leeds Beckett team, really. 23.08 for the win this time. Second fastest time through 2 heats that we've seen. Maddox Roberts 23.33, Adrian Ting 1/10 back. Jordan Cooley. Just one bronze medal so far, 100 and the 100 free this week. I think he'll like to add to that tally this afternoon. In heat number 15, got Sam McCarthy, Frankie Docking-Smith, James LeGrice, Matt Rooney, Alex Cahoon, Tom Carswell, Rory McKinnon, Ethan Lim, Christian Sachs and Jack Abram. The reigning champion, David Cumberledge, not with us this year. Cahoon got silver last year, 12 months ago, and Jordan Cooley bronze. Alex Cahoon is in lane number 4 now. He's going to take this win in the heat. He also won the 100 free. Can he double up and go both of the freestyle short courses? Tom Carswell second for Edinburgh. Rory McKinnon third for Strathclyde. What a show these two finals are going to be. In the female and the open male 50 free from 3:30 onwards this afternoon, remember, not 5 o'clock. Right, now back to the traditional starting end, and this is the 200 breaststroke. Heat 1 from lane 0. Miki Nishikawa for Bangor, Yana Cisnero for Kiel, Athena Smallwood for East Anglia, Mary Faulkner for Cardiff Met, Lillian Curran for Newcastle in 4, Olivia Crowe for University Central Lancashire in 5, and Sophie Portier for St Andrews, Lizzie White for Edinburgh, and Lucy King for Lancaster. No lane 9. Right, let's get some messages coming in. I know it's 9:30, at least in the UK, but you're watching from everywhere. So just going back to the start of these chats, we've got Let's Go Liam, Go Nutter, who subsequently did a sub 2:30. Nice job, that's from JJ McQueen. Tyler, oh, Tyler's back. Hello from the US. Oh, you've woken up early, haven't you? And Let's Go Lucy King from Jake Proctor. If you would like a message read out, broadcast to the world, just drop it in the YouTube chat. Make sure it's something that I can read on air. You'll have spotted there was scheduled to be low lane 9, but we were expected to see Olivia Crowe. She's not here. Pramila Shaw says, well done Maddox, super swim. Maddox was in heat 14, just seen of the 50 freestyle. Going to find out soon. Well, it'll be about 1:30 we find out who's actually in those medal finals and B finals. If this is your first morning joining us, 20 athletes from each event make it into the last session of the day. That's where we race. 11th to 20th fastest to go in the B final. No medals up for grabs. That gives them a chance to swim in a sort of finals conditions. And in the top 10, they battle it out for who's going to be the BUCS champion and silver and bronze. So Lily Ella Curran for Newcastle, 19 years of age in her first BUCS competition, and maybe going to make a little name for herself here. Going to be outside her personal best, but that looks pretty impressive to me this early in the morning on the 200 breaststroke. Just 3 heats in this event, so there's 20 Southern starters we're going to see, and 20 of them will swim again tonight. I keep saying tonight, it's this afternoon, 3:30. It feels like a night station. There's not much natural light here in Ponsford. It's nice, and they can make it very nice and dark. Shame to see no Sienna Robinson in heat number 2. She's won 2 medals already in the breaststroke this week. Bronzes in the 50 and the 100 breast. But deciding, for a reason we're not sure, not to go in the 2. We do have Isabella McGeorge for Edinburgh, Eleanor Perks for Birmingham, Bath teammates in 2 and 3, Cora Lanham and Caitlin Hartley. In 5, Hannah Bailey for Harriet Watt. In 6, Emily Farr for Surrey, and Rebecca Keatley for Cambridge, Beatrice Varley for Plymouth, and Megan Cairns for Northumbria. And Anne-Marie Jones says, go Lancaster. And Lucy King in the previous heat. So, what was that? 2:52 won our first heat. Approaching the halfway mark, it's going to be Caitlin Hartley for Bath and Hannah Bowley for Harriet Watt. Only 3 or so seconds spreading across the top 5. Wow, look at that. 300ths only between Hartley and Bowley. Hartley for Bath, Bailey for Harriet Watt. Harriet Watt yet to win a medal this week, but Hannah Bowley is potentially going to stick herself in the medal final. And this is looking like a number of great times. A lot quicker than heat number 1. Winner is 2:36. Well done, Hannah. Caitlin for Bath, 2:38. And her teammate Cora Lanham just 1300ths back. Wow. Top of the medal table, Loughborough with 13 golds, Stirling with 9. All 9 of Stirling's golds have come from the female contingent. Oh, that'll be a bus journey back, won't it? What glory. Birmingham, 2 golds. Bath, Edinburgh and Manchester Met all on 1. And then you got the likes of Durham last night, with Talia Staines got on the medal table with a bronze. Leeds Beckett, 1 bronze this week. Swansea, 3 bronzes. Oh, how they'd like a silver or a gold tonight, this afternoon. Now, Birmingham's a surprise because they're 3rd in the medal table with 2 golds. They've got no silvers and no bronzes. Whereas Bath, 1 gold, 3 silver, 5 bronze. What I don't have with me is the points table for the championship, but I will try and get that ahead of the final session starting at 3:30. Right, we can get on with heat number 3. In the water, all 10 involved. Katie Rees for Cardiff met in 0. Then Rachel Hornby for Swansea. Georgia Gussie for Marjon. Sophie Brassington for Swansea. Angarad Evans for Stirling. Charlotte Bianchi, Sheffield Hallam. Sophie Moore for Cambridge. Caris O'Reilly for Sheffield Hallam. Anna Healy for Manchester. And Emma Johansson for Portsmouth. Now, Angarad Evans, what a wonderful week she's having. 2 golds in the 50 breast and the 100 breast, looking to do the treble. And even through 75 metres, she is clearly on a mission today. Also took silver in the 4x100 mixed medley, where without even knowing, I can pretty much confidently say she swam on the breaststroke. Can she pick up all 3 titles? It's Cara Hanlon who is the current title holder. But we will have a new champion. It's Cara Hanlon. Not here this year. Sienna Robinson got silver last year, but she's just pulled out of the previous heat, so she won't be on the podium. And bronze last year was Anna Morgan. She's not with us either, although she has been here this week, and she got silver in the 50 breast and the 100 breast. But not taking part in the 200, so there'll be a brand new gold, silver, bronze in the 200 breast this afternoon. And I'm not a betting man, but I'd probably put the mortgage on Angarad Evans for Stirling. No pressure. Comfortably. I mean, what's more than comfortable? 2:29.58 for Evans. Puts herself in prime position. Brassington for Swansea. They'd like to add to their tally. And then Bianchi, Sheffield Hallam. The home team. And still looking for their first medal this weekend. Now, as there are so few entrants into the 200 breast, a bit like the 200 butterfly, instead of, there's 4 heats, but seeing as there's only 4, we won't swim just one individual heat in the later afternoon session or later morning session. When there's 4, you just stick them all together. And you have to forgive me because I didn't turn over the page. Anna Morgan is here. She's in lane 5. So she's looking for another medal in the 50 breast. So far she's been beaten twice by Angarad Evans. From lane 0, Sophia Suarez-Coldfield for Aston, Emily McGee for Dundee, Louise Bressler for Bath, Camelia Stoimanova for Swansea, Lily Booker for Loughborough, Anna Morgan for Edinburgh Napier, Amy Crowley for USW, Ellen Bagley for Birmingham, Amy McLeod for Strathclyde, and Ellie Ward for Nottingham. So, same applies for last year's champion. No Cara Hanlon. Sienna Robertson pulling out. But last year's bronze medalist, Anna Morgan, is here. And she probably will want to avoid 3 silver medals in the breaststroke. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is glory in all medalists, all finalists. But these girls are ever so competitive. They don't want to stand on the top step when they get to this stage. Lily Booker for Loughborough leads. Lily took a bronze medal earlier this week in the 400 IM. And behind the top two, Booker and Morgan, you've got Camelia Stoimanova. So 2:29 was the time set by Agarad Evans. Lily Booker's not going to beat that, but she's going to be just outside 2:30. And Morgan a couple of seconds back, but they absolutely know they don't need to have the winning time here. That's not relevant. It's just getting the top 10. So Booker, Morgan, Stoimanova. I think Louise Bressler will get in two with 2:38, but please do check the standings. We had all 4 heats now in the 200 breaststroke, so you will know in a moment on the BUCS website. You'll be able to work out the top 10, and of course 11th to 20th. Over to the open male 200 breaststroke. And we have in total 5 heats in this one, so we'll see heats 3, 4 and 5 now. We'll see heats 1 and 2 later on. Up first in heat number 3 from lane 0. And they are all here. Dan Hollis for Birmingham, Donatas Dragasius for Manchester, Tyler Toombs for Nottingham, Harvey Freeman for Loughborough, Olivier Vedren for East Anglia, Alex Casey for Loughborough, Jonathan Rutter for Oxford, Panayotis Panaratos for Swansea, Sam Williamson for Bath, and Zuko Arita for Bangor. Just catching up on the YouTube chat. We've got Let's Go Katie. Sorry I missed that one, James. And do your best for Birmingham Melly. That's from Eileen Chaffee. I'm trying to flick between 3 screens and 3 bits of paper in front of me, so if I'm a minute or so late on the chats coming in, I do apologise. Great to see about 250 of us watching online right now, and a 9:30 on a Sunday morning after a Saturday night. Alex Casey for Loughborough. He got silver in the 200 IM earlier this week. In lane 6, Jonathan Rutter. And in 3rd place right now in 3, Harvey Freeman for Loughborough. Bit of work to do for Olivier Vedren of East Anglia. He came in as the fastest on paper into this heat, but he's going to be 4th position, and it will be a bit of a wait to see if he makes it into a final now. 2:16 for Casey. At the moment we're looking like sub 220, 222 maybe. Let's keep our eye on this. 225 is in your top 5. The 2 faster heats to come. Heat number 4, we got Drew McGregor in 0 for Cardiff Met, Matt Garrity for Strathclyde in 1, William Godsall for Bath in 2, his teammate for Bath, Christian Ryan, in 3, George Smith for Stirling in 4, Ryan Griffiths, Sheffield Hallam in 5, Callum Melville for Stirling in 6, Josh Mitchell for Edinburgh in Southern, and Adam B. Aberdeen teammates Ben Rogers and Jack Mitchell in 8 and 9. And do we have a new message? Go Jonathan. There's Max's mum in Perth, Western Australia. It must be quite late in the evening over there, or early evening. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're going to join us right through to the afternoon session, which will be about 2 a.m, I imagine. Christian Ryan for Bath and George Smith for Stirling will be our leaders through 100 metres. Smith for Stirling has been involved in 2 successful relay teams this week. Silver in the 4x1 free and an individual 400 IM bronze as well. And a move being made by George Smith into the final 50 off that turn. Just going to put a body length on Christian Ryan of Bath. Behind them in lanes 5, 6, 7, Ryan Griffiths for Sheffield, Hallam, Callum Melville for Stirling and Josh Mitchell for Edinburgh. This is going to be around about the same time as our previous heat. It was a 2:16 that won it. This will be 2:17 for George Smith, 18 for Christian Ryan. Let's see where these 3 guys come in now. 23s and a 25. So the top 5 in heat 3 were about 2:25. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times below that. So for a medal final, and this is me speculating, you're looking at about 2:23 and a half, maybe 2:24, with 1 heat to come of our faster heats. .225 is in the top 10 right now, but big names here. From lane 0, we've got Dan Fielder for Birmingham, Anna Davies for Swansea, John Britton for Imperial, Max Anderson for Cardiff, Greg Butler for Loughborough, Rory Dixon for Stirling, Pravin Mahendra Kumar for Southampton, Kanthak Setin for Birmingham, Charlie Kershaw for Swansea and Callum Aitchison for Aberdeen. Greg Butler, one of the success stories this week. 2 gold medals and a silver. Individual 100 breaststroke, gold. 4x1 mixed medley, gold. And 50 breast silver. Looking pretty good, isn't it, for Greg Butler? Rory Dixon in the, I'm going to say, bright pink shorts, next door in lane 5. And then as per our previous heat number 4, then you've got a group of 3 or 4 that will want to separate themselves from the rest, but at the moment tied. And we know the time they're going for. Currently 2:25 is in the top 10. That's the medal final. Greg Butler is your reigning champion in this event as well. He won it with a 2:10.95 12 months ago. He's also the short course reigning champion as well, which was just back in November here in Sheffield. Well, it's going to be around about the 2:16 again, isn't it? Because we had 3 guys on that, 2:17.15. So the heat times for the top 3 incredibly close. Dickinson and Mahendra Kumar will get into the final. Max Anderson, sub 2:24, that looks good. John Britton for Imperial, 5th place. I don't believe 2:26 is going to get in the medal final. Could very well be a spot in the B final. Of course, we have a couple of heats to come later, but they statistically shouldn't be challenging for at least the top 10 times. It can happen, I've seen it happen. So we always just bear that in mind. But if you're sub 2:24 right now, I think you're sitting pretty. Right, we jump back to the turning end to start things for our 50 backstroke fastest heats. 3 for the girls, 3 for the boys. This is heat number 7 from lane 0, Montague, Armstrong, Willis, McGill to Groot, Hammerlane, Mannering, Marshman, Marston and Bustgaard. We're looking for very close to 30 seconds, maybe sub this early in the morning. Don't be surprised if it's 30-31s. Or are they going to surprise us? Well, Sophie de Groot surprises. 29.10. That's very good this early in the morning. And in fact, it's faster than her heat time or qualifying time. Holly McGill, just under 30 seconds. Hammerlane just outside. Gives us a good idea of a top 10 estimate. In heat number 8, Ella Williams, Sophie Weston, Amy Shields, Charlie Joyce, Neve Ward, Molly Garrett, Scarlett Major, Isabel Eiley, Madison Turner and Emily Smith. It's a good start to halfway from Scarlett Major of Swansea in 6. Through the halfway mark, now starts to come Neve Ward of Bath and Molly Garrett of Manchester Met. But it's Neve Ward doing the most of the work here. She'll come through lane 4. This will be her win. How low can she go? 29.17. 700ths only behind the heat 7 winning time. Then Molly Garrett and Scarlett Major. 13.5 seconds down to 5th for Joyce and Eiley. And we say this often, but being in the medal final and being in no final at all is tenths of a second. Have to be absolutely bang on in these. No room for error whatsoever. Heat 9. Elise McQueenie, Charlotte O'Leary, Murray Wood, Sophie Shaw, Lauren Cox, Caitlin Ebbage, Mia Collier, Izzy Lee, Lucy Block and Elizabeth Hunt. Lauren Cox is the reigning champion in this event. Won it last year with a 28.12. Got 2 golds already this week in the 100 back and the 4x1 mixed medley. And look at that, 28.45, 0.7 of a second clear of the field. Most definitely pole position, the favourite for tonight. Ebbage 29.67, Collier 29.93, O'Leary 30.4. I think sub 30.5 medal final. All online for you. We won't find out until later. Plenty more heats to come in this event. Open male, 50 back, 3 fastest heats, 8, 9 and 10. Up first in heat 8, Jack Sadbury, James Merrick, Francis Dyson, Archie Evans, Jamie Ferguson, Jack Knight, Gabriel Knight, Gideon Helinski, Conor Massey and Harry Peat. Jamie Ferguson of Aberdeen will go with Gabriel Knight of Imperial. They'll be your first two home. Third, a little bit trickier to tell between 3 and 5. Let's go Jack Knight third, Gabriel Knight second. Your winner by some, Jamie Ferguson of Aberdeen, 25.77. Winning time in the final last year. It was won by 100th of a second, Conor Ferguson over Ollie Morgan. 100th of a second between gold and silver in the 50 back in 2024. Ollie Morgan does take part this year in our 10th heat. Conor Ferguson does not. But he will have new competition up against him. Heat 9, Mamatoglu, Nicolau, Roberts, Legrice, Brooker, Speakman, Meek, Brown, Sachs and McLean. Cam Brooker is going to go side by side with Zach Speakman. Bath v Sterling. It will be Cam Brooker. 25.86. Wins it by a few tenths over Zach Speakman. James Legrice in third. Cam Brooker. Just one bronze, I'm just going to say just one bronze this weekend so far in the 4x100 free. Final heat of the 50 back for the boys. Josh Goldsby-Taylor, Toby Hill, Sam Lawman, Noah Retzer, Ollie Morgan, Jack Skerry, Shaquille Giordani, Fabian Brudnicki, Andrew Brody and Tom Daft. Ollie Morgan, he has won gold this weekend in the 200 back, the 100 back, and he got silver in this competition last year. 25.11, hot favourite, Birmingham's Morgan. And he has won Birmingham's only 2 medals this weekend so far. He is their star of the show. Can he make it 3? Can they add any more to their tally across the remaining events? He's also the short course champion from November, must be said. Right, now from 50 backs up to 400 freestyles. This is an event where we don't qualify for finals. There's 4 heats in this event. We're going to see heats 1, 2 and 3 now, and the 10 fastest qualifiers will swim in heat number 4, which is effectively a medal final in the last session this afternoon from 3:30. It doesn't mean, and I stress this every time, it doesn't mean these swimmers can't win medals. It is the top 3 times across all these 4 heats will be gold, silver, bronze. But the entry times and the names we know, 99 times out of 100, it's going to be those in heat number 4 that take all 3. But in these events, it does mean that even at the end of this heat, whoever wins it will be in provisional gold medal position. in Heat 1 then. Halia Lettenberger in the S7 category for Loughborough. She's won multiple BUCS records over the last few months in the short course and the long course. Isabel Jones in lane 2 for Lancaster. Niamh O'Meara for Northumbria in 3. Emma Wiggins for Southampton in 4. Emily Bissett for Winchester in 5. Lucy Orman for Northumbria in 6. And Aislinn Maloney for St Andrews in 7. And pardon me, just going back to the chat. Yeah, I completely agree with your comment, Tyler. Just so it shows how much hard work has gone into the craft of every participant when the margins shrink to such a degree. And we are not just talking about slim margins on the 50 and the 100s. This weekend, we had a 1500 metre heat, which was won by 1/10 of a second. An 800 metre final, which was won by 1300ths of a second. Everything in prep, recovery, game day needs to go right. And for often, it's many of them. And then you really find out who the champions are. We've got a Let's Go Izzy Jones from AM Jones on the chat. Keep these coming in. Now's a really good time to get these messages in. Got a little bit more time to talk through things. This is also always a good time to say a big thank you to all those involved in organising and running these championships. The delivery of these BUCS Nationals, which is not just the swimming, but 6 events, 6 sports across multiple venues this weekend, is not possible at all without the continued support from Sheffield City Council, University of Sheffield, Sheffield Hallam University, and everyone active. With BUCS have agreed a multi-year partnership. Most of those people you'll never see, but we get to benefit from their work. Yes, we see the officials and plenty of volunteers poolside, but many more behind the scenes. Now, fastest on paper, Emma Wiggins for Southampton, a 4:47, only a couple of seconds quicker than Emily Bissett and Niamh O'Meara. However, in 4th place right now, because Emily Bissett is seemingly giving this a really good go. 3:33 through 300. Niamh O'Meara for Northumbria, about 5 seconds and 5 metres back. Then in 6, Lucy Orman, her teammate for Northumbria. We'll keep a close eye as well on Halia Lettenberger. She swims in the S7 para category, and I'm just gonna get here somewhere in my reams of paperwork. All this knowledge, I tell you. Although yes, it's in the back of my head somewhere. Most of it's just written down, and I refer to many bits of information up here. Such as, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, the S7 400 free record. But for now, let's concentrate on the front, because Emily Bissett is going to go 4:45. And that is 4 seconds quicker than her entry. She is officially in provisional gold medal position with 3 heats to come. Niamh O'Meara second, 4:51, and Lucy Orman third, 4:53. So 400 freestyle. Where am I? Come on, Dunlop. As it stands, there is no S7 400 free record. That is good news for Halia Lettenberger. So long as she finishes and the times are confirmed, it would be a BUCS record like that. There you go. And forever, a current or former BUCS record holder. And it's 5:36.66 for the Loughborough athletes. And if those times turn blue, which I'll tell you if they do, in venue, then she will have yet another BUCS record. And yes, she does. Congratulations, Ahalia. And well done, Emily Bissett for Winchester. A heat win in heat number 1. Taking part in heat number 2 from lane 0, Phoebe Broster for Surrey. And Laura Heppel for Oxford Brooks, India Marshall for Aberdeen, Sophie McClure for Birmingham, Lucy Cannon for Sheffield Hallam, Delphine Riley for Surrey, Poppy Babert for Birmingham, Charlotte Payton for Northumbria. And then Oxford teammates in 8 and 9, Sophie Lawrence and Wei Ki Feng. A lovely message from George Riley. Well, send me your Monzo account. Great live feed and commentary, thank you. Watching from Guernsey. Let's go Guernsey girl. I think George is supporting Delphine Riley, Surrey athlete in lane 5. And at 19, I imagine her first BUCS long course competition. Well, Delphine and all of the rest of the athletes, especially the younger ones, looking to follow in the names of some absolute world superstars, no exaggeration. We've got a big number of the Paris British Olympic team here this week. Of course, in the men's competition, Olympic champion Dan Whiffin has been competing in the long course 8 and 1500s, won both of them. Not a shock. But, stand alongside them either on the starting blocks or just around the venue. That is where a lot of these athletes are heading. We can see historically from athlete pathways, they go BUCS, Commonwealth, European, World, Olympic. And BUCS is always on the stepping stone, and they always come back as well. Well, George is going to be delighted watching from over there, hopping over in Guernsey, as Delphine Riley is in complete control of this right now. Just over a body length advantage ahead of Poppy Babert for Birmingham. And in 3, Sophie McClure, her teammate. Into the final 75, and no change at the front. Still just a tiny bit of clean water between the heels of Delphine Riley and the fingertips of Poppy Babert. And she'll turn for home. Have a little glance to her right-hand side and left underwater. I think this is okay. This is going well. Do one more heat in this, and then the fastest heat swim in the final session. Oh, hang on a second. Poppy Baber is making her move incredibly late. We're talking with 25 metres to go. Can Delphine Riley for Surrey hold on? She's led for 395 metres, and she will just take it. Oh, heart in the mouth of George Riley at home. Delphine takes it by 0.08 of a second in the end. Poppy Baber left that charge incredibly late. And if she'd gone a little bit earlier, she might have caught it. So Delphine Riley, provisional gold with 2 heats still to swim. Third place, let's not forget India Marshall for Aberdeen, 4:37.79. And those times are made official in venue. Will go in the books. One more heat for the time being in the female 4. From lane 0, taking parts. Mary Mishenko for Aberdeen. Abby Mitchell for Swansea. Alicia Massey for Surrey. Libby Gordon for Southampton. Talia Staines for Durham. Jess Arundel for Bath. Isabel Wood for Edinburgh. Molly Fisher for Manchester Met. Kezia Titton for Nottingham, and Jahanara Nabi for SOAS. Now, the reigning champion in the 400 free from 12 months ago is Freya Colbert. But Freya is not taking part in the fastest heat later. Second last year, Leah Crisp, who's been here this weekend as a guest only. So the only one of the top 3, Jemima Hall, and in fact she's not in the fastest heat either. Wow. So we will have a new champion, we'll have a new top 3 this year compared to 2024. Last year's winning time, just to give you an idea, currently 4:33 leading with Riley. Every swimmer in the fastest 10 can or has gone quicker than that. Last year's winning time by Colbert, 4:13.34. And another, that's 2. Lovely comments. Been watching all weekend, says JH. So pleased it's live streamed with informed commentary. That's going on my CV. Ewan Dunlop, informed commentary. Where's my gold star? I do have a website. If you'd like to improve my Google algorithm, you'll be the first visitor this month if you do. It's at ewandunlop.com, E-W-A-N, and then Dunlop as in, you know, the tyre, rubbish trainers, etc. We've got to come on, Gussie Boy from both Mark McKay and Sadiq Numair. Come on, Gus. Well, I'm not sure where Gus is meant to be, guys. Let's look for a Gus. I can't see one, so... Oh, we have fun, don't we? Thank you, Tyler. 20 gold stars, I'll take it, mate. I will take it. And a star. And now literal stars coming in. Oh, so, thank you, Sadiq. Fergus Curry, that's Gussie. Okay, got you. He'll be in the 400 free, I imagine, if you're shouting his name already. Yes, he too. But, come on, let's stick to the girls here. We're getting carried away with ourselves. Jess Arundel for Bath. Leading the way. 20 years old, 4:25 coming in, 4:33 is leading right now. And not far behind her in lane 1, Abby Mitchell for Swansea in the green cap. Swansea, the team, have been brilliant in the final sessions particularly, leaning over the balcony in front of me here, making plenty of noise. In 7 and 8, keep your eye on Molly Fisher for Manchester Met and Kezia Titterton for Nottingham. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4. Arundel, Mitchell, Titterton, Fisher. This would be last chance, because we've just got the one heat to come in the final. Whatever time Jessan Arundel finishes on, you know she'll be in provisional gold if it's a really good time. Well, everyone knows that's the one to beat first of all. That'll be tick number 1 this evening. 4:30.56, she lowers the fastest time by 3 seconds. Well done, Jess Arundel. Abby Mitchell second for Swansea, 4:32, also goes a little bit quicker. And Kezia Titterton, 4:33, matches the time that was leading after heat number 2. I'll remind you, finals from 3:30 this afternoon, not 5 o'clock as it's been for Friday and Saturday. Right, over to the boys. Once again, 3 heats. This is our penultimate event of the session. Been a pretty quick one, isn't it? We've got 3 heats in the 400 free for the open male. Then we'll have the 4x1 medley for the girls and the boys. So just 9 heats left in this session. First up in heat 1, we've got Sam Downey, 19-year-old, first BUCS championship representing Stirling. He's an S8 category swimmer. We'll check up on that record in a minute. Ewan Walker for Glasgow in lane 3. George Young for Sheffield Hallam in 4. Tom Lee Brain for Bristol in 5. And Bayo Hu for King's College in 6. And we've got a Let's Go Ewan for Holly Ravenna. It's Ewan Walker for Glasgow in 3. So Sam Downey, S8. Let's check my paperwork. 400 free, S8. BUCS record set by Owen Say for Nottingham in 2023, 5:13.28, and Sam Downey has come in with a 4:42 qualifying. I would say we've got a very good chance of a BUCS record here. So we've got 2 effective races to watch. Walker, Young and Lee Brain for the heat win, and then Downey in a race against the clock for a BUCS record. Got another big up Ewan for Sadiq Numair, and also apparently Glasgow do it best. For a 400 at this stage, what we at 250. Great to see them this close still. Tom Lee Brain with the advantage towards the final 100. I'll mention again our fantastic partners, Milk Every Moment, supporting their campaign. And a great one it is. There's been a team of them. We had a milk bar Friday and Saturday, where the Milk Every Moment gang were giving out free milk and cookies. And I even managed to nab a Milk Every Moment protein shaker. And all I had to do was fill in a little survey, which took me about 30 seconds. Some lucky folks got Milk Every Moment bucket hats, but I am far from cool enough to pull that off. So Tom Lee Brown continues to lead, but it's been cut from a body length to about waist height over George Young and then Ewan Walker. Now, as per the girls' competition, this will be technically, and rightly so, the provisional gold medal time right now. And George Young for Sheffield Hallam, the home club, is going to come through and steal it from under the nose of Tom Lee Brown. 4:38.5 versus 4:39.4. Ewan Walker, well supported online, a 4:45. And now Sam Downey, he just needs to beat 5:13.28 to get the S8 box record. It's looking very good indeed. He's going to absolutely smash it, in fact. Takes 10 seconds off it. So Sam Downey for Stirling. BUCS record in the 400 freestyle. Well done. Up next is heat number 2. A couple of lanes missing here. We should have lanes 0 and 1, but I can't see them anywhere around the deck. I can see from lane 2, David Coyle for Nottingham Trent, Dan Stevens for Surrey, Joseph Moment for Glasgow, John Hick for Surrey, Dan Menzer for Birmingham, Fergus Curry for Glasgow, James McLaren for Lancaster, and Kieran Williams for Manchester Met. He's swimming S10. Lots of waking up now, loads of chatter going on the YouTube chat. Let's have a look then. Tom Lee Brown proudly representing the Bustle Committee. Come on, Tom. Joe Moment coming soon from Louis Ryan. Oh, Alex Beard, a shout out to Ewan Dunlop. That is me. I've got a shout out. So that might be the first time in my career I've had a shout out. Thank you, Alex. Tyler says, congrats, Sam, absolutely, on that BUCS record. Let's go, Fergie. Can Fergus beat the Moment? I like this, guys. Just a cry of Fergus. That's all from Mark McKay. And Joe Moment, the king of sunny Scarborough. You guys are good. So Joseph Moment and Fergus Curry, teammates at Glasgow. Another just random cry of Fergus. And I understand the context, but you just run around the Glasgow city centre shouting, Fergus! Fergus! I know Glasgow, Sauchiehall Street and all that. My mum lives up there. Oh, I'm gonna call that. Is it another spelling of Ewan or Ian, Harry's? Is it a Joseph Moment or a moment for Fergie? Oh, you guys and girls. Where was I? I've lost all concentration. Stop shouting Fergus. John Hick for Surrey, and Joseph Moment in the middle, both 19 years of age, youngest competitors in the pool alongside Jameson McLaren of Lancaster. But it's Dan Menzer of Birmingham who leads 205, leads by a good chunk as well, 4 seconds ahead of Moment, Coyle, Hick and Stevens. Dan Menzer is absolutely flying. What's going on here? Not on the medal table just yet, Dan Menzer, but this, if he continues this, it might spring a bit of a surprise. There's still 2 heats to go, and I mean, in the fastest heat, they're all coming in with sub 4 minutes, so he'd need to have an absolute worldie here, Dan, but he's given it some. His entry time is a 4:17. Behind him is David Coyle, Dan Stevens, Joe Moment and John Hick in lanes 2, 3, 4 and 5. Over in 9, Kieran Williams. How quick can Dan Menzer go? 3:42 coming back, so it's going to be around about 4:10-ish, which will be a significant jump down in a leading time from heat number 1. However, there's still 20 athletes to come, and they've all set times of around about that. It's going to be outside 4:10, maybe 4:15-ish. Yeah, 4:14.35. Well done, Dan Menzer. Really run away with that from the very early stages. Dan Stevens will take 2nd place. David Coyle 3rd. Ahead of Hick and Moment. 9, Williams. In 7th, the People's Champion of Glasgow, Fergus Curry. And Jameson McLaren will finish in 8th. So Joe Moment wins the Battle of Glasgow in heat number 2. One more to come for the time being. This is heat number 3 from lane 0. Harry Courtney for Leeds Beckett, Max Gayson-Holly for Cardiff, Matt Baker for Bath, Josh Williams for Swansea, Dan Cox for Birmingham, Matt Warburton for Bath, Henry Baker for Stirling, Ben Newell for Birmingham, Cedar Gullen for Edinburgh, and Hubert Gdaniek for Bath. And reference to heat number 2, Sadiq says, Gus won my heart. Fergus won all our hearts. I can see a Netflix documentary. Right, let's just concentrate on heat 3 now. So we don't have Josh Williams in 3. Will Ben Newell be inspired by his teammate, just Dan Menzer destroying the field really in heat number 2. Got Matt Baker for Bath in lane 2. currently second, alongside in 4, Dan Cox, another Birmingham athlete. So I must say, Birmingham seem to have been everywhere, always up and around about this weekend. So it's a shock to see just 2 medals, 2 gold medals on the table. I feel like they should have earned more. I'm sure they'll be gunning for more as well. Newell will lead at the halfway mark, sub 2 minutes through 200. And Baker, Cox and Warburton. There will be no change at 300 at the top. I'm just watching the middle lanes here. Dan Cox for Birmingham and Matt Warburton for Bath. And they're going to pick things up slightly. Matt Baker's, Warburton's teammate, he's been in second place pretty much the entire first 300. But he's going to get, well, still second, but it's only a few tenths now. Dan Cox, Warburton and Gayson Holly. So this will be fun to watch, the last 100 metres. Can Ben Newell hang on? Can Matt Baker just find a couple of metres? But as well as looking ahead to his side, hot on him is Dan Cox of Birmingham. Maybe too much for Warburton of Bath to do now. The gap here is less than 2 seconds and just tenths back to Cox from Baker. This is the last individual athlete heat in this session. After this, it's the 4x1 medleys. We'll have 6 of those, 3 for the girls, 3 for the boys. And this has been a superb swim from Ben Newell. He will set the new time to beat. Very close to 4 minutes, 4:03.48. That's provisional gold. And nice cheers from his teammates on the far side, hanging over the balcony. Just above lane number 9. Baker holds on for second for Bath in lane 2. And then Daniel Cox likewise. So no change in the entire second half of that race. Won't see that very often. Ben Newell makes it 2 on the top 3 with Dan Cox for Birmingham. Bath in the middle. 4:03 time to beat for our fastest heat in the final session. Tom Lydiard has just said that's Ben with a new Birmingham uni record. Because Ben came in with a 4:06, he smashed out a 4:03, so that's correct. Thanks, Tommy, for letting us know. New Birmingham record in heat number 3 there. Now we're going to concentrate solely on the girls. This is 3 fastest heats in the female 4x100 medley. From lane 0, Warwick, Imperial, Newcastle, Edgehill, Lancaster, Marjon, Glasgow, Durham, Cardiff Met and St Andrews. Rachel Saunders of Glasgow is going to lead us through 50. And then, wow, look at those times flying. That's that 1 second between the next 6 teams. I won't try and separate them at all. But this is a cracking start for Saunders. Her second leg teammate will be absolutely delighted. Gives her a little bit of breathing space. But is Rachel Saunders the absolute star of their team? Is it now hang on for dear life? Cruikshanks for Lancaster in second, Hellfield for Durham in third, and Gator for Edge Hill hands over in fourth. Now for Glasgow, it's Ella Tuckett. Antonio for Lancaster, Gussie for Marjon, McMenemy for Edge Hill. Wow, she is hanging on to this. It's growing as well. That's up to 6 seconds. This is all about qualifying for the fastest 10. These will be the last races of the entire championship at about 5 o'clock-ish at the end of that last final session. That's approximately, it's the female and then the male 4x1 medleys. It's such a good way to end a championship. Glasgow, Ella Tuckett was handed the lead. She'll hold on to the lead. That's superb. It was 6 seconds 50 metres ago. It is going to be 5. Very little change. Antonio hands over for Lancaster. Gussie for Marjon. They're in second and third. Brearley does the same for Durham in fourth place. Now in the pool, Jessie Norris for Glasgow. Evie Belt for Marjon. Robin Douglas for Lancaster. And Rebecca Algier for Durham. They are your top 4. But fourth is very hotly contested. Still about 5 seconds and about 5 metres. Evie Belt for Marjon. Robin Douglas for Lancaster. Katie Rees for Cardiff Met. Moves into fourth place ahead of Durham. And 5 is becoming 4, is becoming 3, is becoming 2 metres. We're going to have a thriller of 100 freestyle as they're going to come into the wall pretty much together. Norris, Belt and Douglas hand over in 1, 2 and 3, but it's all to play for. Katie Rees for Cardiff Met. Newcastle move up to 5th, courtesy of Russell. Let's go then, the noise will pick up in the venue. Rachel Gillespie for Glasgow, Amy Hex for Marjon, Ashley Stent for Lancaster. That's lane 6, 5 and 4. Keep your eye on 8, Beth Lines for Cardiff Met. Could she spring a surprise from one of the outer lanes? Second from top. She's going to move from 4th, potentially into 3rd here. Almost. Ashley Stemp for Lancaster. What a freestyle leg. Streaking through the field from 3rd to 2nd, now into 1st. And comfortably. Lane 8, Beth Lines for Cardiff Met from 4th into 2nd. What a way to start our 4x1s. We've got 6 of these to come. Ashley Stemp for Lancaster. Standout performance, standout leg. 4:41.78. And Newcastle. Where did Newcastle come from? They pipped Cardiff Met to 2nd. What happened there? I'll have to watch the replay. Forgive me, the city of Newcastle. I wasn't watching lane 2. What a finish. And Glasgow led for 3 and finish in 4th. Led for 3 legs, I should say, and finish 4th. I love the 4x1 medleys. That 5 more times. And then another couple later as well. And you wait till you see it when there's medals to play for. And when it's the last races of the entire weekend, there's a little bit more glory there, isn't there? It's a bit like last goal wins. Okay, heat number 4, this one. We've got Oxford, Manchester 2, Birmingham 2, Swansea, Stirling, Manchester, Surrey, Nottingham, St Andrews and Leeds 2. So Manchester have got both of their teams in this one. As I've said, we are only trying to qualify for finals here. You can win nothing other than the pride of your university. Last year's champion in this event was the 4x1. Stirling are your reigning champions, and they won it last year with a BUCS record. I should know that. And they lead. "12 months ago, and Loughborough took the title. Loughborough took silver, Edinburgh took bronze. Loughborough and Edinburgh both in the next heat. Now this heat just has a different feel about it. I can't see, and I'll happily be proven wrong for entertainment purposes. I can't see Stirling sort of relinquishing this lead. They're such a strong squad. Second in the medal table. And do you know what? I'll say it again in case you missed it earlier. Stirling have won 9 golds so far this weekend. Every single one has come from the female side of their team. That is a ridiculous stat. In lane 3, Hannah Woodcock for Swansea, chasing none other than Katie Shanahan for Stirling. In third place, it's Megan SNG for Nottingham handing over, and as did Emily Farr in 4th for Surrey. Stirling now got Josephine Klein on the fly. Megan Davies for Swansea. Swansea every single year take up half the balcony on the competitor side. I mean, say competitor, they're allowed everywhere, but there's more of a, like a media side to this venue and a gallery side. On the far side is the gallery, so you can't always see them. Lovely chase here in 5, 6 and 7. It's Schlosschen for Manchester, Williams for Surrey and Stansfield for Nottingham. Swansea just need to be careful. They're going to be looking forward to chase Stirling, but behind them there's a trio that aren't particularly far away. Klein hands over, retaining the lead. In the pool now for Stirling, Paige van der Westhuis. Amy West for Manchester, Abigail Crawley for Swansea, Alicia Massey for Surrey and Connie Davies for Nottingham. They are going nowhere, those three on the far side. And remember, this could mean whether you're in the medal final or not. And when there's 3 or 4 teams really so close, one of them could miss out here. And this is really the final that you want to be in. The 4x1 medleys are where it is at in the evening session, always the last of the championships. And Paige van der Westhuis easily brings it home, 4:19.26. That is nearly 20 seconds off their BUCS record. They've got so much more in the tank. Swansea in second, Nottingham, Surrey, Manchester 3, 4 and 5. And with the heat to come, that's going to be an anxious wait. to see if they're in the B or the medal finals. Closing things out, Birmingham 2, Manchester 2, Oxford, Leeds and St Andrews. Oh, Birmingham 2 disqualified in lane 2. Doesn't affect the top 5, but just for reference. And now, what a contrast that was to our first heat. But you could see it a long way out, or very early I should say. But Stirling have been so good on their female team. I just wonder if they'll mix it up for the final, because they were nowhere near their championship record. Maybe playing psychological games. Heat number 6, final race for the girls in this session 5A. From lane 0, Northumbria, Leeds, Birmingham, Bath, Loughborough, Edinburgh, Sheffield Hallam 1, Manchester Met, Aberdeen and Sheffield Hallam 2. Now, Loughborough's entry time here, it'll be an estimated one because it's 3:59 on the nose. It's a bit quicker than the BUCS record of 4:01.64. Again, is that psychology playing a part? Loughborough lead the medal table ahead of Stirling right now with 13 golds to 9. Kicking things off then, Honey Osrin for Loughborough, Olympian from Paris. That's a good way to start your team, isn't it? Second place, it was Sophie Weston for Bath. And in third, Molly Garrett for Manchester Met. Edinburgh currently in 5th, that'll probably change. In the water now, Loughborough, Sophie Hamilton. Katie Goodward for Edinburgh, Emily Morgan-Hughes for Bath, Colleen Devlin for Birmingham, Caris O'Reilly for Sheffield Hallam. And Colleen Devlin in 4th place, Morgan-Hughes in 3rd, behind Jacuna for Manchester and Hamilton for Loughborough. This is looking a bit tidy, isn't it? 5 of them through the centre 6 lanes. Only, what's that, 3-4 metres between them. Going to go on to the butterfly in just a second. Loughborough will retain their lead. But Bath and Emily Morgan-Hughes has had a superb breaststroke, as has in Southern Jasmine Dacuna for Manchester Met. Colin Devlin likewise for Birmingham. So let's have a look at this. This is not going to be all plain sailing for Loughborough. However, they have got Freya Colbert on the fly leg. Chloe Harris for Edinburgh, Olivia Humphrey, Sheffield Hallam, Kate Baxter for Bath and Williams Jones for Birmingham. It's, I'm going to say, only 2 seconds. I haven't got team sheets here, so I don't know who's on the freestyle legs until they literally enter the water. Freya Colbert is having a great time though, isn't she, on this fly, and she will extend the lead from a couple of metres to up to 5. There we go. So they're going to beat the 4:20 time of Stirling, surely, in heat number 4. That would give them lane 4 in the final later. Is exactly where they want to be and expect to be perfectly honest. Harriet Rogers on the anchor leg for Loughborough, Murray Craig for Edinburgh, Annabelle Smith for Bath, Sophie McClure for Birmingham and Molly Fisher for Manchester Met. They're the 5 in contention. They're the 5 chasing a spot in the medal final. You just need to be top 10, not 11th. Loughborough will set a new fastest time for these heats. Going to be comfortably under 4:20. And if the others are outside 4:20, then we know who we've got in the centre 2 lanes in the final. It's going to be Loughborough and Stirling. 4:16 for Loughborough. They'll be in lane 4 tonight. Bath in second, 4:22. They'll be in the centre 4 lanes as well, alongside Birmingham and Stirling. Then I make it Edinburgh, possibly in lanes 2 or Southern. And I don't think anybody there gave it everything. That's a real tactical heat for all the big teams. And they will be all guns blazing. It's going to be approximately 4:30, 5 o'clock this afternoon, these 4x1 medleys to close out the show. Finals kick off from 3:30. We do not start at 5, we start at 3:30. Also session 5B at midday. Okay, that's it for the girls in this short session. 3 more heats, all for the boys. You know what it is, 4x1 medley, 3 fastest heats. This is heat number 4 from lane 0. Durham, Imperial, Glasgow, Liverpool, York, Portsmouth, Warwick, Leeds Beckett, Leeds and St Andrews. In lane 6, that's James LeGrice for Warwick. Francis Dyson for Leeds Beckett, Nathan Sharman for Portsmouth, and Conor Massey for Glasgow. Dyson, LeGrice and Massey, are you going to be your top 3? Warwick, Leeds Beckett and Glasgow. Elsewhere, Nathan Sharman hands over for Portsmouth in 4th, Matthew Mahoney for York in 5. Still the same top 4, but Glasgow, Finlay Sang will take the lead. Matty Rooney for Leeds Beckett, Ben Fielder for Warwick, and Ethan Stannard for Portsmouth. Louis Doubledom for York. That's your top 5. And this is a very split pool. 10 metres already between front and back, and we're not even at the end of leg number 2, sorry. Finlay Sang for Glasgow will just put a couple of extra hundredths on his lead, it looks like. It's marginal. In 5, that's Ethan Stannard, handed over for Portsmouth. Warwick, Leeds Beckett, and then York. So 4 teams on the fly, really. But we've seen what happens in the girls. It looks like a 4 clear for the last 175 metres. Doesn't work like that. Tom Maskell for York in lane 4, currently 5th place. He'll have eyes on picking off a few metres here. But it's Rory Young, Glasgow back in the ascendancy. Charlie Broom for Leeds Beckett, Jack Haynes for Portsmouth, and Buck Emery Parker for Warwick. Same four, slightly different order. And Glasgow now look like they're dropping down to third or fourth on this back 50 of the flight. Jack Haynes for Portsmouth moves to the front, inches ahead of Buck Emery Parker and Charlie Broom for Warwick and Leeds Beckett. Leeds Beckett lead with Charlie Broom. Oh my goodness. Okay, freestyle swimming. Out and back. Set a time and cross your fingers. And Leeds Beckett have got Jordan Cooley on the anchor leg. That's not a bad swimmer to have. He was the bronze medalist, Cooley, in the 100 free earlier this week. Ayakov Bondayev for Warwick moves into second. And then Glasgow have been in every position in the top four, currently in third with Finlay Strachan. But Jordan Cooley and Leeds Beckett 3:58.59. That's a really good marker. Warwick second, Portsmouth third, Glasgow fourth. During that, Glasgow were in fourth, third, first and second throughout. The team of Leeds Beckett, the only one to go sub 4 minutes. The fastest heats can go around the 3:40 mark. The BUCS record, 3:37. York disqualified in lane 4. Doesn't change your top 3. Joshua Price on the YouTube chat says, Liam swimming this after the 200 fly. What champ? Yeah, I've seen that a couple of times. They're almost back-to-back events. I think we had out the pool, get dry, jump in, get wet again. Let alone the recovery. However, free milk and cookies here in venue. Aid your recovery. The OG sports drink, 7.2 grams of protein per 200 ml. There you go. Visit milkeverymoment.com to find out a little bit more. Okay, 8-5. King's College, Manchester, Manchester Met, Bath, Edinburgh, Birmingham, Swansea, Nottingham, Imperial and Cardiff Met. Peter Godsell says, let's go Bath up the tub. Bath are in lane 3 with Matthew Ward leading. Gideon Helinski for Swansea in second. Callum Peebles for Edinburgh in third. And Oscar Dodds for Birmingham in 4. I say it's Birmingham's second team. They've got another team in the fastest heat. And you can have 2 teams in the final as well. So Matt Ward for Bath, what a start. 54.41 on the 100 back. Got 1 bronze medal already this weekend in the 4x100 free. But Matthew Ward has given his team a massive advantage in leg number 1. He's handed over to William Godsell. In lane number 6, that's Panayotis Panaratos now for Swansea. And in 4, Josh Mitchell for Edinburgh. Carnell Nunez-Smith for Manchester Met. They're your top 4. With such a big lead, it's no surprise for Bath to maintain the lead. William Godsell will be very grateful to the 5 or 6 metres he was given. 1:58 to halfway. Panaratos in for hands over for Swansea in second. Josh Mitchell does the same for Edinburgh in third. Now Dylan Regest for Bath on leg number 3, the butterfly. Jacob Arman for Swansea and Tom Robertson for Edinburgh. Ed Mildred for Manchester Met. Still your same top 4. Lots of work to do to catch our leaders. Positions could change in 2, 3 and 4. This is about a top 10 time. So Bath looking wonderful. Didn't medal last year. But maybe they're on a different type of form now. Because the lead is growing with every single leg. Arman hands over for Swansea in second. Mildred for Manchester Met in third. And Robertson for Edinburgh in fourth. Ariane Din now on the ankle leg for Bath. And he can really enjoy himself if he wanted to. Sebastian Rawls for Swansea, Ethan Randall for Manchester Met, and Bruno Kempster for Edinburgh. This is an absolute procession for Team Bath. 3:58 fastest time from heat number 4. That was the first of our 3 fastest heats. And they're going to take 10 seconds off that. Bath, 3:45.61. Well, well, well. And a couple of little high fives between the teammates. Oozing confidence in lane 3. Edinburgh come through for second from third place. Swansea dropped to third from second. But the top 4 all under the fastest time from our previous heats. That bodes very well for them. 5th place, 3:58. That was Nottingham. Have to wait and see if that's going to get them into either the B or the medal final. One more heat to come in this session. Heat number 6. This should be good. From lane 0, Leeds, East Anglia, Surrey, Birmingham, Loughborough, Stirling, Sheffield Hallam, Cardiff, Sheffield Hallam Team 2 and Southampton. The reigning champions who won with a BUCS record 12 months ago, Loughborough, are your favourites here. Down in third through 50 metres. Ollie Morgan for Birmingham. And Ollie Morgan has been absolutely superb this week. He's won the only medals for Birmingham in the 100 back and the 200 back, and that is why they lead through leg number 1, because he is the star of the show on the back. Gives them a great lead of 5 or so metres. But I suggest you just, not now, go back and watch even just the dive in there for Loughborough, who have got Luke Ibbison on that leg. Picked up a couple of metres just on the dive. Flew through the water. Rafe Dobson for Stirling. Daniel Hollis for Birmingham. Leads by just over a couple of seconds. 4th place, Rowan Smith for Sheffield Hallam. 5th, Ben Twynham for Surrey. And gaps forming. Look at this top 4 though. 1, 2, 3, 4 in an almost perfect diagonal line. Hollis for Birmingham, Ibbison for Loughborough, Dobson for Stirling and Smith for Sheffield Hallam. But back comes Ibbison on Dobson. on Hollis, sorry, and they will go in together. In fact, Loughborough will lead at halfway, courtesy of Luke Ibbotson. However, this halfway split time is down on heat number 5 by a couple of seconds because they went through in 1:59. Bath quicker through 200 on the butterfly. Jake Godman for Loughborough, Lucarelli for Stirling, Pye-Finch for Birmingham. 100th of a second between Pye-Finch and Godman. And these are the 3 teams we would expect to be up here. Sheffield Hallam leading the rest of the field with Adela Kelly. Loughborough will hand over onto the final leg with a lead of around almost exactly 1 second. Godman over Pye-Finch, Loughborough over Birmingham, then Stirling. Here we go. Contini for Loughborough, Davies for Birmingham, Allen for Stirling. Pride in winning the heat, more importantly, lane draw for the final. Bath set a 3:45, a blistering 3:45 in the previous heat. They currently occupy lane 4. Loughborough are going to take the final heat. It's about the time though, that mental advantage in 4, and it will be Bath in lane 4 in the final. 3:49 for Loughborough, 3:51 Stirling come back for second place, and Birmingham drop, well, they were in first, second and third there, weren't they? That will be absolutely fine for a spot in the final though. So the centre 4 lanes in the final later are going to be Loughborough, Bath, Stirling and Birmingham. That'll be the last race of the championship. That could set fire, that race. Okay, that is the end of swimming for this session. We come back at 12:30. Thank you so much for joining me online. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Been lots of fun from my perspective. Big thank you to our officials and referees at poolside, all the volunteers. Big thank you to our partner, Milk Every Moment. Visit milkeverymoment.com to find out more for them. Enjoy your break for the time being. The 2 times you need to be focusing on, 12:30 for session 5B, and then 3:30 for the finals later on. Enjoy your break. We'll be back very soon.
Glasses of milk for everyone all around afterwards, I think, and you should be milking every moment, and that's what we're going to introduce. Milk Every Moment, a new campaign to help students understand the benefit of milk on their sporting performance. An affordable, natural, versatile and widely available choice after exercise. Milk provides a whole host of nutrients, vitamins and minerals to help fuel your workouts. A great option if you are on a budget.
What's your favourite recipe to make using milk?
Mac and cheese. I was gonna go with strawberry milk. Pancakes.
Yeah, nice.
With that in mind, let's talk about milk, and BUCS being proud to promote the Milk Every Moment campaign.
Milk provides high quality protein which helps support muscle growth and repair, and B vitamins to assist with energy release. A glass of milk is great for refueling and repairing those tired muscles after a physical match.